3rd, 2019, was involved in a traffic accident with his father at Sawyer Ranch and Highway 290 that left him paralyzed from the chest down. Today we're here to talk to Will about his life, his perspective, and who he's becoming. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Tell us, we always start off with, were you born and raised in Dripping?
Yes, I've been here my whole life. So.
Okay. What grade you in now?
I'm in 8th grade.
Okay. All right.
Big old 8th grade, so next year you'll be in high school. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so before we get into anything big, I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm in 8th grade and I play wheelchair basketball. That's what I want to do when I get older. And yeah, that's basically it. Just school and wheelchair basketball.
School and basketball.
And you've had some pretty good success with the basketball, right?
Yes, so 2 years ago we won the national championship, and this year we're doing pretty good so far.
That's awesome, man. Way to go.
And we had your dad on the podcast.
That was
what episode was that?
55, way back. And Tim's here in the
Here, look, he's sending by.
studio.
If you're on YouTube, you can kind of see him sneaking back behind me.
So let's talk a little bit about the accident. Do you have much of a memory about your accident?
I don't remember basically anything about the accident. I just remember waking up in the hospital, and that's it.
Is that right? You don't remember the impact or any of that kind of stuff? Okay.
Nope, I just remember talking to my dad, and that's it.
Okay.
Just when you woke up in the hospital?
Yeah, so like I was talking to my dad, and then the next second I was in the hospital. So.
What was the hardest part about the very beginning of all of that while you're in that hospital bed? And you're 7 years old, so we got to put that into context, right? So we're going back to something where you're 7 years old. You're in kindergarten, first grade?
First grade.
First grade. Okay.
Well, I feel like I didn't really struggle with the fact of me just being in the wheelchair, but I think it was hard for me to sit in a wheelchair for a long time, so I had to really work on that.
Was it just because you wanted to move around, or was there pain involved in that?
No, so like I was fine just laying in bed, but whenever I tried to sit down in a wheelchair, it just hurt really bad.
Oh, was it in your back where the pain was located? Yeah.
Yes, in my back.
Yeah. Who broke the news to you that you were going to be in a wheelchair?
I don't remember.
You don't remember, huh? How did you take it when you heard it? Do you remember that?
I took it fine. I mean, I didn't know much about being paralyzed or anything. It never made me sad or anything. I was just happy to be on the earth and still living.
Oh man, wow, geez, that's a mature thing to think at 7 years old.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think the biggest change that you had to get used to, just from being fully able-bodied to, probably a hyper 7-year-old jumping around to now being confined to, like you said, either your bed or a chair?
Mm-hmm. I feel like it was just getting used to pushing, because I had never used my arms that much. I always ran and never really had to use my arms for a lot of things besides like baseball and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess just pushing around a ton.
So was your chair designed for? Obviously designed for just your size. Was it a regular wheelchair, or then your parents had to purchase one that was kind of molded and fitted to you?
Yeah, so I had a loaner chair to start, and I didn't get to customize it at all. But then, as I was, I guess, about to get out of the hospital, when a wheelchair person came, and I got to customize my own wheelchair.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And you were pretty big into baseball before all this happened, right? You were playing select ball, is that right?
Yes, so I had just finished with the All-Stars team, and I was about to play another season of baseball, but I also like to play football and basketball, just any sports.
Yeah. So, through this whole journey, the hospital and the accident, and now you're becoming a great basketball player on the court, what's some things that you've learned about yourself that kind of surprised you?
I guess just basketball. I mean, I guess I was a lot better at it than I thought, because I was always pretty good at basketball, but I think I got a lot better over time with basketball, to just playing that sport more.
Yeah. Do you miss some of those other sports sometimes?
I think I miss football a lot, and I wish I could play baseball, because it's a lot more boring to watch baseball than to play it.
Yes, trust me. I think that's pretty funny. Do you think that there's something that you've learned on your own that you didn't think you were going to be able to learn?
Probably popping a wheelie.
Yeah, the popping the wheelie. It's probably not something your PT taught you how to do, right? No.
Yeah, someone else in a wheelchair actually taught me that.
That's pretty
That's funny.
I love that. If someone only knew you, Will, as, quote, the kid in the wheelchair, what would you want them to know about you?
That I can still do a lot of things and I'm not limited at all. Like, I can just do whatever they can do.
Yeah. Did you guys have to retrofit your own home?
A little bit. I mean, we put a ramp in the front yard because there's stairs to get up to our front door, and then there's like little bumps like to get into the house. But other than that, like the whole house was accessible.
So it was one story already. You guys weren't upstairs.
Yeah.
What about like even brushing your teeth and things like that? Are you able to get right up to the sink and?
No. So I can do that now, but I was too small, so I had to use cups, like fill it up with water and then wash my mouth. So that was a little bit of getting used to, but it got easy.
Did you get frustrated sometimes with this change in your life?
Yes, probably more with transfers, like getting to different surfaces if they're higher, or going from a low surface to a higher surface.
Yeah.
But I can do all of that now.
Your upper body strength's probably improved a bunch.
A lot.
Well, age and being in the wheelchair. Do you have much of a memory of how the community rallied around you and your family as you went through this?
Yes, so like, again, like with the ramp, a few people that we know built that for me and helped me like with customizing all that.
Okay.
And just making things more accessible, and they really rallied around my parents and just like giving them support in whatever they needed help with.
Yeah. Tell us about the willpower, the tournament and all that.
Yeah, so the Willpower Baseball Tournament, I think we started a year or two after we started the Willpower Foundation, and it's going to be really big now, and like a bunch of my friends play in it.
Okay.
But now it's going to be their last year, I think, of that tournament.
Okay.
But it was always fun just getting to watch baseball again and just get to be around the sport.
Yeah. Do you have other wheelchair athletes that come out when those tournaments are going on?
No, it's mainly just all able-bodied people.
Okay.
But now, like Brianna, she's on the board. She comes out and helps with that, and she's in a wheelchair.
Okay. All right.
Do you think that there's something that you understand about life that other kids your age, or for adults for that matter, that don't necessarily understand? Because of the situation that you're in?
I mean, maybe with certain things, but I feel like most of everybody just understands it, except for like younger kids. Like they don't really understand any of it. But
well, we just had a special guest join us in our office right now. This is Bijan, right?
Yes,
This is your service dog, your service animal, and what? Oh my
He's
goodness.
a doll.
You
man.
are
Look,
precious.
Is he a Labradoodle? Is that
Bernie Doodle.
Bernie Doodle?
What's a-
Okay.
What's a like a?
It's like
What's the other-
it's a poodle and a Bernese Mountain Dog.
And so, what are some of the tasks that he performs for you?
He just basically goes wherever I want and just basically support, and he can get in my lap and sit there if I need him to. But yeah, he can also pull me. But that's really it.
So like if you're going up
Can
a
you
hill.
hear him?
Oh yeah.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
What is it, baby?
Is-
Oh, sit, sweetheart, sit. Oh yes. Oh well. Obviously, he loves affection. We haven't learned.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. I'm the dog whisperer.
And he knows what you're the one to give it to him. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
sweet baby. It's okay. I know. Were we in a scary place? I know.
Well, when you said he can get up in your lap, do you mean is sometimes he help you kind of calm down, maybe in a tough situation, or is this just like you're getting some cuddles with your service dog?
So that's basically what the task is for, but I don't ever really need him to do that.
Yeah.
But it's just nice for him, and sometimes it helps him calm down too.
Yeah.
What was the process that you guys? You may not know this. Maybe your dad has to answer this. The process you guys had to go through to get him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
he
let
can say this
Tim.
one.
I'm gonna let.
Yeah, so he was actually donated to Willpower 3 years ago, and so he went into the live auction, and we never intended to go home with a dog that night.
Yeah, that's usually how it starts.
So when Bijan went up for auction, there was a bidding war between actually my dad, the golf family who are close friends of ours in the community, and then another table, and it got up to about $8,000.
Wow.
And at that point, we thought, wow, this is great. We need to auction off a dog every year. We do these events.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Tiffany Golf and Aaron Golf, they ended up winning the auction. And at that point, they turned around and handed the dog to Will.
Oh my gosh.
Aw.
And so then there was another $5,000 that was raised that night that would go towards training Bijan to become a service animal, which we did. And so it was a great blessing for Will and our family. We had no idea that we'd be going home with a dog, and he's been amazing.
Yeah.
So it's very
Wow.
cool.
And then you had somebody came to the house to help you train. You were mentioning Donnie. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
So, what's the program called?
I forget the name of the program, but his name's Donnie, and he came to us.
Yeah, so he would come to our house every Wednesday and work with Bijan, and he'd teach us how to work with him by ourselves. And Bijan just worked his way up from like inside the house to outside in front of our house to going to public places, and it's been really good for him.
Yeah, he looks real trained right now as I'm sitting here getting me the cuddles.
Michelle's gonna ruin your
I'm
service dog.
untraining
Will.
your service dog right now.
Your service dog will never listen to you again. Where's Michelle?
That is sweet. That is sweet. So you have a sister.
Yes,
Yes.
I have a sister. She's a sophomore in high school.
So how do you think her life was when all of this happened?
I think it was a little bit getting used to because
Yeah.
my dad was in the hospital and my mom was mainly at the hospital with me. But she came to visit me pretty much every day. And I think just getting used to like me being in a wheelchair is most of it.
How old was she? Was she 9, 10 years old?
She's 9.
So she's still processing, still a young adolescent
Does
processing.
she still pick on you?
Yeah.
She doesn't really pick on me, not for like being in a wheelchair, but like just like me being her brother.
Well, of
Yeah.
course. That's
Sure.
what big sisters do.
So my brother used to stand on the edge of my room and say, "I'm not in your room. I'm not in your room." So I'm wondering, is that something that you do? You just go right up to the edge of a room and say, "Not touching you. Not touching you."
I've done that a few times, but I don't think we pick on each other a lot. But when we do, it's funny.
You know, I have to tell you, one of the grossest things my brother would do, like I love Doritos, and he would take one Dorito out and he'd lick it and he'd stick it back in the bag and he'd shake it up. I'm not giving you any ideas, but I'm just telling you, these are brother things that.
Yeah, he's not the first brother to do that.
I'm
I know
sure-
that from experience.
I'm sure he isn't.
Yeah. Well, through this whole experience, what was something that surprised you about how you dealt with this?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Did you have any time where somebody was saying, "Oh, you're so strong to get through this," and you're like, "Yeah, it's not that big a deal."
I think people would tell me that I'm really tough, and I do agree with that, but at the same time, it didn't take a lot to get used to this. It's just something that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of had, piggybacking on that same question, I said the same thing. Like, when people use the word strong, when they talk about you, what do you think that means to you? So when people are saying that, oh, you're strong, you're tough, you've got a lot of strength, what do you think, how are you internalizing that? Physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength?
I think it can be both.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the compliment and everything, but
Yeah.
I just keep living life like everybody else. I'm really no different besides just having to push around everywhere.
Yeah, well, I guess the fact that you were 7 years old, the majority of your life up into that was your parents were taking care of you, and now you had an adjustment period for this new normal that you're living in. And what do you think you love most about being a kid, just a kid in Dripping Springs?
Not the responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Because as I go
Yeah,
on,
me
responsible.
too.
That is fun. Do you see that how this affected your parents?
They had to hold me more than they did before the accident, and it might have required a little bit more attention mentioned to me than like before. I mean, that's probably more of a question for my dad on how it affected him.
Well, I guess for you, I mean, how did, in regards to your mom and your dad, what did you learn about them that you didn't know?
They were always super helpful and everything, but they really took it to another level after being in the accident.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They were always there, like right there, helping me with whatever I needed help with.
Yeah. What's a typical day like for you now? Are you experiencing any ongoing health stuff, or is life's back to normal, just wheelchair, basketball, normal everyday stuff?
Yeah, life's just normal, no health issues. Everything's great.
Yeah, I saw you had a big scar down your neck. Did you have to have surgeries after?
Yeah, so I had surgery, and during that they put 2 rods, 9 screws, and a wire in my neck.
Oh man.
And I guess that just helped like stabilize my
Yeah.
neck right after the accident.
Yeah.
They're still in there, but I don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
So
And you don't have the pain that you had when you first got in the chair anymore. Oh, that's great.
Did you lose range of motion on your neck at all? Because I have a plate in my neck in the front, but yours is in the back.
So I had to wear a collar on my
Mhm.
neck because I wasn't allowed to turn my neck for like 3 weeks, half of the. So yeah, I wasn't able to turn my neck for 3 weeks. So I had to wear a collar, and when that did came off, I couldn't really turn my neck. But over time, I just kept turning it, and now I can turn my neck normally.
Yeah, there's sometimes where mine gets kind of stiff depending on the weather or whatever.
Mhm.
But if you could build your own wheelchair, okay, and you could put anything you wanted on it, besides turbo, like a turbo button, what would you like to see? What do you think that what do you wish wheelchair manufacturers knew about people that are actually using them?
I don't think it's a lot because this is my new wheelchair. I just
Uh-huh.
got this
Oh,
one.
you did?
And I customized this exactly how I wanted it to
Oh,
be.
nice. How much are they?
I think it depends
Uh-huh.
on what type of wheelchair you get and how you customize it.
Yeah. It varies. Insurance will cover some of it. Depends on the type of chair, whether it's an everyday chair or a sports chair, which is a basketball chair. But if I had to guess, my wife could probably answer this better.
Your wife is the
Yeah, 'cause
administrator of the
she is-
family?
She is absolutely the COO of our family. So I would say probably pushing $10,000 for an everyday chair.
Wow.
Maybe more, and it depends on insurance as
Yeah.
well. So
And then, Will, you have a separate chair that you use for basketball, right?
Yes, so that one, it's different. It's like I have dump in that chair, so I sit lower, and instead of it just being a flat seat,
Okay.
it's angled backwards to where it keeps me in my chair better, and the wheels are also angled,
Okay.
so it helps you push faster and turn quicker.
Oh yeah, you
Without
can just, like
tumping
spin
over.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without
yeah.
falling.
Well, obviously, sports is playing a huge part of your life right now. What do you love most about competing?
I think just continuing to play sports and winning.
Yeah.
I like winning, don't like losing.
Yeah, you and Steve have that in common.
Yeah. Do you learn some lessons though when you lose?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first started, we lost a lot. We were a really young team, and you just have to deal with it. And over time, we got better, and then we
Yeah.
went to going undefeated and winning a national championship.
That's amazing, man. Congratulations on that. I've learned over the years that when you compete in sports, it doesn't always go the way you want, but as long as you walk away with a lesson and something that you're going to work on going forward, then it's all good. That's what sports is all about.
Definitely.
I want to ask you, who do you think is tougher on you when you're hanging around your friends, your able-bodied friends or your friends that are in a wheelchair? Who pushes you more?
Probably my friends that are in a wheelchair because I like to compete versus them too.
Uh-huh.
And like my able-bodied friends, I can't do that as much. So definitely my wheelchair friends.
Yeah.
Are you're in addition to the basketball, you were doing track and field for a while, right?
Yes, so I did track and field for about 3 years, and I like it. I liked it, but track just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Just all the like pushing and cardio.
That's funny.
Me too, Will.
I bet the
Me too.
basketball's pretty hard though, right? I mean, you got you're sprinting down the court.
But it's high energy, right?
Yeah,
that what you
so
like?
I feel like it's a lot more fast pace in it. You have to think quicker, and it's longer. So you push for longer. Like you might not go as hard for like the whole time.
Yeah.
But like there's times where you're always pushing hard, and then like whenever you set up on defense and the other team's coming down, you kind of have like little small breaks in between.
And you have some really big goals that you want to accomplish too. So tell us about those.
So I want to go to the Paralympics when I'm older, and I want to play for Alabama for wheelchair basketball.
All
We learned that about you when your dad was on our podcast, and I never knew that Alabama has, it's like the premier elite wheelchair basketball team, right?
Yes, so they're the only team in the country with their own facility for wheelchair basketball. So they have a court that they play on, then there's also like a gym, a recovery room, a wheelchair room, like with different parts for wheelchairs and everything. So yeah, like it's just really cool.
Yeah. Do you have when you go out on the court or when you were doing track and field, do you have any kind of rituals that you go through that help you prepare? Do you listen to music or anything like that, or you just put your head down and go?
I do listen to music before the game. That just kind of helps me lock in, but then whenever I'm done with that, I'm just ready to play.
Yeah, what do you listen to?
Rock or rap, and then country.
Oh, country.
Got a little bit of everything.
Just like Michelle.
You got a little bit of everything. Is there a new sport that you haven't tried out yet that you think you'd want to try?
I'd want to try sled hockey. It looks really hard though.
Sled hockey.
What is that?
So it's hockey, except you're on a seat and it's like a sled. But
Okay, I'm gonna have to
really
look this up as you talk about it. I'll let Steve.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That sounds.
Wait,
That
do I call?
sounds like you're a missile on the ice with a hockey stick.
Yeah, it's mainly up north, like in Minnesota, Colorado, stuff like that.
Oh,
There's
look
not.
at that.
I don't think there might be. Like
Oh
one
wow!
team in
Look at that.
Texas.
That's cool. It's kind of like a luge type thing. It's got a looks like two blades on the back and a blade in the front.
What does Dad feel about this?
We're up for anything and everything. So, like he's tried a lot of things. Like there's adaptive snow skiing, adaptive water skiing. Obviously mentioned track, but I think he forgets to mention that too. We're not close enough to the mountains, but going down a mountain, skiing has been pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
He's not completely independent yet, but he's tethered where they're giving him more freedom. Really good water skier, which is, we don't get on the water enough, but he's a great water skier. So there's a lot of cool stuff out there for kids to do that are dealing with a disability.
Yeah. What's a wheelchair water ski look like?
So it kind of looks like that. Your legs are kind of out, except they're more angled, like to where you're in an actual sitting position.
Okay.
And your feet go in like a little slot to where they don't fly out while you're skiing. Yeah, they look like that.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're in a bucket seat.
I see it. Yeah. That looks fun.
But yeah, he
That
got
looks
pretty
real
good at
fun.
that pretty quickly, where he's back and forth across the weights and whatnot.
This would be me.
Yeah.
The actual weird wheelchair with two skis tied on the bottom. That's pretty funny. Will, have you had an instance where you wanted to do something and you couldn't do it, or somebody wouldn't let you do it, and that frustrated you?
Or probably going to like a skate park and doing jumps. Like I went down ramps at a skate park, but I can never really do more than that.
Oh, you're like you wanted to get air off the top or something. Oh yeah, yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
With us.
Is that right?
No, we love him trying everything, but as far as catching air,
I was gonna
that's
say you
Yeah.
got pins and rods and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see you tumbling across the ground with a chair on top of you.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
which happens a lot though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wheelchair basketball. You're flipping out of chairs.
Oh,
all the
is that
time,
right?
So it's him falling out of chairs is not uncommon.
Yeah.
And we've gotten used to it. We used to, catch
Oh,
our breath
sure.
and freak out every time he fell out of his chair, but it happens.
Yeah.
And he just pops back into his chair on his own now.
So are there people out there to help you back in the chair, or you have to do it yourself if you topple over?
If I fall out of my chair, like my friends will like go and want to help me, but I needed help in my last chair because I couldn't fit through the bars to get back up into my chair. But
Okay.
I got this new chair and I can do it all by myself.
Okay, but if you're in a game and you fall over, you have to do it all on your own, or is there?
So like someone could go and just pick you up and put you back in your chair. You can get up by yourself, which like for me, I couldn't just get up by myself in a sport chair because my core doesn't work, so I can't like push myself over and like
Okay.
lean. But like someone who like an amputee, like they could just like basically stand up and put their feet on the ground and then just jump back into their chair.
Okay.
Or you can go on your stomach and like grab bars of the other chair and push while they push you,
Okay.
and then it'll put you back up.
Okay. So yeah, you can get help by a teammate to get back in the chair.
Have you had an opportunity to be in one of, I call it like an Ironman suit, where it's the standing chair, where it stands you up and it kind of robots you to walk? Have you had that opportunity, or are they not doing that for kids yet, Tim? Is that mainly?
We have not had that experience yet. No, he gets in a stander sometimes just to stretch out the body, but one of the robotic type suits, no, we haven't had that experience yet, or he hasn't had that experience.
Is that
yet.
something in Austin that they offer anywhere, or?
To be honest, we're not sure. You know, I don't want to take over the podcast here,
No.
we, Will probably 3 years ago made a decision. It was, you can dedicate your life towards trying to be upright and walking again with no guarantee that it's going to happen, which is very time consuming.
Sure.
Requires traveling around the country, nonstop therapy, maybe traveling outside of the country, or you can choose the path of acceptance and living your life, going to school, playing wheelchair basketball, being the football team manager like he was this past 2 years at Sycamore Springs, being in the weight room with his football guys, and just living life. And so I think that's the path that Will chose and that we support.
Yeah.
So.
I want to ask you about that, Will. What was that journey like, making that decision? That's a big decision.
So we did do some therapy at the beginning when I was right out of the hospital, just to like a lot of OT and PT, like OT just to help me like with everyday life, like how to maneuver that and get through like obstacles that I might come across. And PT was mainly the physical part, like building my core muscles back up and getting my arms stronger to where it could be easier just to push around and do other things.
Yeah.
As you get older, Will, does your body change as far as, I know, like, you're in puberty, or you hit puberty, and as you just, but think about it, as you get, I saw that my son, who's
He's
17,
a 14-year-old boy. You're talking to him about puberty.
No, wait a second. No, when I hear,
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want. Go ahead, Michelle. I'm kidding. I'm messing with you.
When I see my son, who is 17, 18 years old, and how his body really changed when he was 19, 20 years old, and it just the muscle mass and started building that. So are you on a trajectory to kind of grow into that body? And that's where I'm getting at.
I'm kidding.
Steve.
I was just playing.
Yes, so I have noticed my body has changed a lot. I mean, my voice got deeper, and I like thinned out a little bit more.
And then
than
the
I used
strength.
To. Strength is slowly coming, but weight room has helped a lot, and so I like it.
Do you think you could beat your dad in an arm wrestling competition? I think, I mean, your handshake was pretty darn strong.
Dad nodded pretty quickly there. Will, when your dad Tim was on in episode 55, he talked a lot about your family's faith. How has this journey been with your faith?
I think God has played a big role in my life, and I think He gave me this journey for a reason. I think wheelchair basketball was the sport that I was supposed to play long term, and I think He knew that I could handle this and that I could just continue to live my life, and He's been there every step of the way with me.
Now, so have you ever had an instance where your faith was shaken a little bit, like you had some doubt, or have you been strong since the beginning?
I've always been strong with my faith. I've never doubted my faith. And like I said, I believe that He gave me this journey for a reason.
That's great. Yeah, that's really cool, Will.
You're an amazing young person to just have that kind of insight, and I really think when you're talking about strength, it is definitely coming from within. So with that, I bet you there are people that look at you and say that you are their hero, but in that case, who is your hero?
Honestly, it's probably either Peter Barry or Davis Taylor. They're both wheelchair basketball players.
Okay.
So Peter Barry played for Alabama for a long time and made the Paralympic team, and now he's in Europe playing for the pros.
Oh, cool.
And then Davis Taylor, he's a freshman at Auburn, and he made the Paralympic team as a senior in high school, which was really cool. And he's the same injury as me,
Oh,
and the exact same level.
have you gotten to meet either of those?
Yes,
Kids you have?
I met them both a couple of times.
Wow.
So Peter came to our willpower gala, and
Oh, cool.
I also each year that because Alabama has a wheelchair basketball camp during the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and when he was a player there, I was on his team every year, so that was cool. And then Davis Taylor, like Auburn does the same thing, but I wasn't able to get on his team. But I've got to hang out with him a few times, and one of the years that I was on Peter's team at Alabama, Davis was on my team with me.
So it's really doesn't matter. It's just all about Alabama. Is that what I'm hearing, Will?
Well,
Yeah, that's
Is
right.
that all I'm hearing?
I like Alabama a lot, but I also like Auburn. I really like their gym because they play in the old Auburn basketball stadium, so that's really cool. And I like the coach there. He's really fun and nice.
So UT doesn't have something like this.
No,
They
I-
don't. What a
don't-
shame.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is a
think
shame.
they'd ever have
UT
one though,
Arlington.
because it's UT Arlington.
Uh-huh.
They're kind of like the wheelchair basketball program in Texas. Like there's been rumors that A&M might add one, but Austin has a lot of hills, so it'd be really hard on the players.
Oh, I didn't think about it. So how many teams like total in college wheelchair teams are there?
There's probably close to 20 programs right now, and I'd say half of those are big name schools like Alabama, Auburn, Arizona, Illinois,
Wow.
Minnesota, and then you have some smaller schools, but there's only one division for wheelchair basketball.
Okay.
So it could be a D2 school for football, but for wheelchair basketball, they play in one
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
division.
Yeah.
Penn State's adding a program. University of Michigan's adding a program.
Wow.
Some big schools are getting into it. Clemson. So it's a growing sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're very involved in it. You know,
Yeah.
with the NWBA, and I coach it too. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, that's
for
cool.
us. Yeah.
Well, if you run into somebody that's had something similar happen to them that's happened to you, what's the message you would tell them about, the journey and how to deal with it?
I'd say like never doubt yourself in anything that you think you can't do. And if it's something that you can't do, you should at least try first, and then maybe you can build up to that over time, and come play wheelchair basketball.
Yeah. Or go water skiing or
True.
skiing, yeah.
Will, what is something that you've never been asked that you wish people would ask you?
I don't know. I've been asked a lot of things.
A lot of dumb things?
Not a lot of dumb things. I mean, like just kind of like what it's like being in a wheelchair
Yeah.
and the feelings and stuff. So I wouldn't say that there's really a question that I wish someone would ask me. If it's a question that I can't think of right now, then I just answer it truthfully.
Yeah. Who do you think is more inquisitive, adults or younger people?
Probably my friends, like
Yeah.
younger people.
Because they know you and they're not
Oh, yeah.
afraid to ask you questions. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ever around somebody and they're not sure how to talk with you and act with you? They feel uncomfortable and they're not sure they don't have the confidence to talk to you?
I wouldn't say anybody like around my age, but like someone younger than that, like in elementary school, I think that would be the case.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
How do you want people to feel when they hear your story?
I don't need them to feel anyway. I just want them to treat me how everybody else treats me, like my friends treat me normally.
No, that's cool.
That's a great outlet.
It really is. I want to go back. We talked about it a little bit, but how the community pulled together for you when you were going through all this, you and your family. What's one thing you wish every donor and volunteer knew about the impact of this and what it would be?
I'd want them to know what, like, especially the people, like, when the accident first happens and the donors to Willpower, and I'd like them to know, if they don't already know, like, what it's become and what it's going to be, like, what's still coming.
Yeah.
And what is that? Can you touch a
Yeah.
little bit on that?
I think expanding bigger, like with Willpower especially, like getting to know more people and helping more people like me so that it can make their life easier, just like it helps me.
You've become a whole movement, though, Will, in the sense that the hashtag Willpower definitely trends, and that I think maybe even more than you realize, your movement is so big and so moving. It has a lot of power behind it. And I think you were talking about the impact that God has had on your life, and maybe that's why you were named Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, willpower. Yeah, that's right. Well, Will, I want to thank you for coming on, and you've been very articulate in explaining all this, and I can tell you're going to do big things in your life. And you know, a lot of people would look at this and go, "This is all about this big event that happened in your life," and it's been just another part of your life, and you're just thriving and doing great, and I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
I believe that too, and I believe this conversation is really going to touch a lot of people, and not because of necessarily what happened to you, but who you are becoming as a young man and as your journey follows you. But Will, thank you so much for joining us here today. I know it was your last day of school. You are our last episode of the year of 2025. So
yeah.
we are so grateful to have you in our studio, and we look forward to bringing you back on when you are this big old collegiate basketball
For
player.
Alabama.
Yeah, for Alabama. I mean, it's
Yeah.
okay, for Alabama.
Yeah, and thanks to Bijan and Tim, Dad Tim,
Yeah,
for joining us
Bijan's
today.
napping right now.
Yeah, probably sitting on your feet, right, Michelle? Yeah. So, well, Will, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad you joined us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.